Strangest origin stories in history. During World War II, the U.S. Navy had a shark problem. It turned out that sharks had begun mistaking underwater explosives for food, damaging valuable munitions as well as wiping out a lot of sharks. But media coverage of the few occasions where U.S. sailors were actually attacked by sharks sent the press into their own sort of feeding frenzy. In 1941, a shark ripped off a service member's limb after his plane went down. This led one of Franklin Delano Roosevelt's key advisors to convince the president that there was an urgent need for the military to develop a shark repellent. A group of researchers working for the Office of Strategic Services, the precursor to the CIA, went to work on this project under the name the Emergency Sea Rescue Equipment Section. This group included a young assistant named Julia, who experimented with over 100 different compounds, trying to come up with the perfect chemical deterrent for sharks. Julia and the other researchers eventually came up with a mixture of copper acetate and black dye that mimicked the smell of decayed shark meat. This was a concoction they called Shark Chaser. Now, admittedly, the final recipe wasn't perfect. The success rate was a little over 60%. But it was still a lot better than nothing. After concocting this shark repellent, Julia went on to a new assignment in Sri Lanka. It was there that she met her future husband, Paul, who also worked for the OSS. Paul showed Julia the world. The couple traveled to India, China, and eventually to Paris, where she developed an affinity for French cuisine. Julia took the skills she learned in Paris along with what she learned about trial and error during her assignment with the OSS, and she decided she wanted to write her own French cookbook. From there, Julia's husband, Paul Child, became her biggest advocate. And over the years that followed, Julia Child would go on to become a culinary icon with her best-selling cookbooks and groundbreaking TV show teaching people around the world how to cook, making this one of the